First, Starbucks typically serves their coffee at around 190 degrees Fahrenheit. And second, the mouth will begin suffering second-degree burns in a matter of seconds at any temperature above 170 degrees. I don't want to burn my mouth, and I probably shouldn't drink this coffee. I'm going to have to wait until after the presentation, and the coffee is probably too cold to drink. Hi, my name is David, and I'm the CFO of Sweet Spot.
I'd like to now welcome the rest of the management team. Hello, everybody. My name is Olga. I'm the CEO.
I'm Kelly. I'm the CBO.
I'm Katie. I'm the CSO.
I'm Mitch. I'm the COO.
As David introduced, a common problem that many coffee or tea drinkers have today when taking their first sip is burning their mouth, waiting too long for the coffee or tea to cool down, and not having their optimal temperature last for a long enough period of time. Starbucks serves their coffee or tea at 190 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 20 degrees above the temperature at which the mouth burns. Sweet Spot saw an opportunity in this problem and decided to develop a travel mug after conducting thorough research and used the most important component to the success of our product, phase change material. Phase change material, also known as PCM, can be found in most households today as the main ingredient in ice packs to keep things cool. However, we'll be using it to keep things hot. It is capable of storing and releasing large amounts of energy where heat is transferred or absorbed. It is a waxy-like substance that is completely harmless even if consumed. Phase change material is no more dangerous than consuming soap. Sweet Spot's product, therefore, is a temperature-regulating mug that will cool down your hot beverage to between 140 and 160 degrees Fahrenheit and maintain it for up to 1 hour. It is a one-piece sealed, double-walled, food-grade aluminum mug. The decision to use aluminum was made after we discovered that aluminum was most conducive to heat transfer. This product was further made unique after our company got in contact with Bruce College, a current chemistry professor at the University of Michigan, who actually holds a utility patent and has decided to license us his patent. Aside from the overall design and idea of the Sweet Spot travel mug, the exclusive utility patent gives us our greatest competitive advantage. And it also makes it nearly impossible for competitors to replicate the product. In addition, we will be holding Bruce College as a staff member, as a full-time consultant, and paying him an annual salary, adding to our sustainable competitive advantage. I'd now like to read an excerpt from the utility patent. A liquid receptacle for rapidly lowering the temperature of liquid contained therein. A phase change material occupies the chamber to cool the liquid and then releases the thermal energy back to the liquid to maintain the temperature. I'm now going to pass it off to Kelly to talk about the competitive landscape.
So when looking at the landscape, we see that there are three main competitors which we will face: traditional travel mugs, coffee Julies, and Bodum travel mugs. Traditional travel mugs are inexpensive and readily available anywhere you'll purchase your coffee or household goods. The issue here is they don't bring the temperature of your coffee down, so once you pour it, it's still going to be too hot for you to drink. They simply maintain the temperature for a longer time. Moving on to coffee Julies, they're a small, egg-sized, coffee bean-shaped container made of stainless steel, which contain PCM, similar to our product. However, since they're made of stainless steel, they're not very conducive to heat transfer. They'll bring the heat of your coffee down, but they won't maintain it very long. Also, they're rather expensive. Finally, Bodum travel mugs. Bodum is kind of seen as the sharper image of coffee mugs. They've got a luxury line of expensive goods. However, much like traditional mugs, they don't bring the temperature of your coffee down, they simply maintain it longer. When we're looking at the demand, you can see on the Kickstarter page for Coffee Julies that they had originally requested a $9,500 goal. In the end, they made 32 times that amount of money at $306,000. Clearly, people are interested in this product. And since our product is using aluminum instead of stainless steel, we feel that our product will be able to better utilize the capabilities of PCM and therefore take market share away from Coffee Julies. Here's a video about how Coffee Julies work. As you can see, there are two mugs, each containing 12 ounces of boiling water. One mug, the one on the right, contains Coffee Julies, and the one on the left does not. They're both hooked up to thermometers which are linked to the computer. The blue line on the bottom is the mug that has Coffee Julies, and the red line is the one that does not. As you can see, the mug of the Coffee Julies is rapidly decreasing in temperature. At this point, it is safe for you to drink, while the other one still is not. However, the Coffee Julies, as stated before, do not maintain the temperature of coffee for as long because of the stainless steel. Therefore, it goes too close to the threshold of where your coffee is really going to be at a temperature that you want it. When looking at the pricing, we'll begin at the bottom of the structure. Generic coffee mugs usually run about $11. Then you go to something branded, like a Starbucks mug, and it runs about $10 to $23. Once you go up, kind of skipping to Bodum, you're going to see it goes 10 to 30 because it's more of a luxury good, and coffee Julies are the most expensive, running $50 for 3 Julies. We've decided to price our mug at $15. The reason we've made this decision is because of our survey results. When we talked to the people who were taking our survey, they decided that they would usually spend about $6 to $10. That was 37% of our respondents. However, 7% less, at 30%, said they would spend up to $15. We decided to go with the $15 price point because we would not only be able to capture that 30%, but also the extra 22% above them who said they would spend more, therefore giving us over a 50% opportunity. I'd now like to pass it off to Katie to talk about our target market.
The target market for our product is coffee and tea drinkers who drink their coffee and tea on the go, such as commuters. Initially, we'll start our marketing campaign in the tri-state area with a focus on New York City. This is an ideal place to target commuters because of the number of commuters who commute into New York City each day. Over 2 million people commute from outside of the city in each day, and over 5 million people use the New York City subways every day. Our marketing strategy will utilize several different marketing techniques. To sell to retailers, we will attend the Coffee Fest trade show annually. To sell to corporations, we will use personal selling. For corporations, we will sell our mugs with their branding printed on them so they can be used as gifts for their clients. Among others, Heritage Realty has already expressed interest in purchasing our mugs for use as client gifts for their new tenants. To sell to individuals, we will use print advertising in the Wall Street Journal. Additionally, we will do giveaways of bookmarks and tissue packets with our branding printed on them. On New Year's Eve in Times Square, we will give away hand warmers with our brand printed on them. To directly target commuters, we will advertise in New York City subways. Lastly, we will create an online presence using our company website, Facebook, and Twitter. Above on the screen, you can see an example of an ad that we would run in the Wall Street Journal. And now I'd like to pass it on to Mitch to talk about our outsourcing strategy.
SweetSpot plans to outsource the entire manufacturing and packaging process to CCL Container, a company located in Hermitage, Pennsylvania. We consulted with manufacturers in China, and the ones we reached out to were the same prices as CCL, so we felt it was best to stay within the United States. We expect the unit cost to be around $2 per unit. Outsourcing is the best possible strategy for SweetSpot because manufacturing and packaging costs will be reduced, and CCL Container has quite a lot of experience and expertise in manufacturing and packaging aluminum containers used for beverages. In order to avoid any possible bottlenecks with our manufacturer, we plan to keep 30 days worth of inventory stored in our distribution warehouse to act as a buffer in case the shipment does not arrive on time. We will begin by selling to retailers, corporations, and boutiques in the tri-state area, and then expanding nationally and internationally over time. We will be selling our mugs from our website from the time SweetSpot is first introduced to the market. Overall, SweetSpot's operation strategy is quite basic. First, we plan to place an order with our supplier, CCL, to begin production of the mugs. Once this order is placed, we will be contacting a meeting with all of our customers to determine sales forecasts and purchase quantities. After our mugs are finished being manufactured, they will be shipped to our distribution warehouse in Long Island City, New York, and then processed and sorted based on customer type and location of where the goods need to be shipped. Finally, our mugs will be shipped to our end customers via UPS. Operating in one single factory allows us to monitor quality and production control much easier than if we were manufacturing in multiple factories. SweetSpot is a high-margin, medium-volume business with a variable base cost structure and minimal fixed costs. Since we are outsourcing production, the only fixed costs we will incur are those normally associated with the running of the business. SweetSpot also has a low operating leverage, and as a result, we will be able to break even relatively quickly. Overall, due to competitive margins in the industry, a licensing agreement with our patent holder, and the ability to outsource, SweetSpot has a very attractive economic model that is highly favorable for the firm's operations. And now I'd like to hand it off to David to speak about financials.
It is our belief that any expenses that we must incur should be used for productive purposes or to generate sales. It is because of this philosophy we have decided not to spend money on fancy office furniture, high salaries, or other materialistic goods that really don't help us grow. Behind me, you can see that we expect 61% of our expenses in our first